Okay, if this will stay still. Oh my god, this is literally the third time I've tried making this video, and I was just about to quit and walk away because, yeah, I was frustrated. But I can't. My chest starts to hurt when I do. So I have to finish this. I want to talk about divine feminine because I'm not educated in it, okay? I haven't done a lot of research into what it is or what it was in the past or what other people view it as. I don't have a mentor or anything like that in it. So this is just my intuitive interpretation from my experiences, okay? Do what you want with it. But as a mom, I gotta tell you, my heart aches being where I am right now. We are in a society where the people who are actually meant and taught to go get jobs, like they go and get an education to get these jobs, to come and help us here where we are and help young girls, help girls that, have been in sex trafficking or come from abusive homes where maybe they were assaulted once, like myself. I mean, I look back now on the things that I was forced to do and the things I was put through. And I realize that if my mother had been connected to her divine feminine nature, if she had understood her true power, nobody would have hurt me because she would have seen it and ended it. My mom has a fire in her that's like amazing. The only thing she didn't have was the confidence and the belief that she had the power to do what needed to be done, or that she could do it on her own. In society here, in Western colonized society, I remember I took the very unpopular opinion of co-sleeping with my babies and nursing them till they're like 2.5. But the thing is, we're like one of the few cultures in the world that don't co-sleep with their kids until they're weaned. And I don't mean that to make anyone feel bad. I'm not trying to dishonor anyone out there. This is not a condemnation. This is not an accusation. This is just an awareness for me that I want to share with everybody. And it comes from society. It comes from decades and decades, maybe even millennia, right? Since the Romans, before, maybe right, yeah, around there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Do your research on that. But there has been a huge movement where women have been taught to stop trusting their intuition. We were told we were hysterical, told we were crazy, sometimes institutionalized, right? Sent to nunneries and stuff back in Elizabethan times and treated like crazy Looney Tunes. And the thing is that I know for a fact that a lot of them probably were divine feminine in the way where they were getting the visions and the intuitions and they knew stuff that deep down in their hearts that had the power to change the world, and change men's hearts to see the truth. But the problem is we weren't allowed to be ourselves. And over time, after decades of being punished, put down for being ourselves, told we were crazy, told we needed a man to control us, and then telling the men how to control us. And then now we're reaching a point where women are gaining their power back and men are losing their place. They don't know what to do anymore. I thought I was supposed to protect her and control her and stop her from being crazy. And I thought my job was to keep her from, being hysterical and being all emotional. No. I do think sometimes masculine energy is really great with discernment when our emotions are flying high and we're like we have that mom rage moment where we Mama Bear just wants to start ripping off heads and shove them down throats. We might need a masculine counterpart to be like, whoa, easy mama. Easy, tone her down a wee bit. So I do think sometimes that impulsiveness you need the logical, plotting, planning, focused masculine energy to, right? Because the other thing too is I have like sometimes the most crazy, amazing ideas, but I don't have the patience or the ability to make myself focus on the details that I find boring to make it happen. True story. But where I'm staying right now, it's opened me up to an awareness of a huge, massive problem. These young girls, I've experienced this now where they're being treated like they're adults just because of their age, right? Maybe they're 2 years away from turning 18, or maybe they're, just a couple months away or whatever, but they never got to be kids. They never had a mother who had the ability or the capacity to love and care for them the way they needed. And now they're being forced to act like adults when they don't even know how to care for themselves because no one showed them. That's our society. And then the social workers that are trained to come here and help us are limited in what they can actually do. And literally every rule, I've noticed this, every rule that they have to follow from the people up high and up higher and higher and higher prohibits them from actually making true connections with us. Their hearts could be breaking for us. They could genuinely want to connect with us, but they can't because they're not allowed to. Social work is, in an essence, like a Band-Aid, I find, because these people are going to seek this job to try to help society and help people, and then they're told, but you can't do this for them, and you can't do that for them, and don't tell them your opinion, and don't give them advice, and blah, blah, blah. I said to one of the workers, I said, why hasn't someone created a house where older matriarchal kind of women who maybe aren't interested in finding a partner anymore, maybe they're in their 60s or 70s, and they just don't feel the need to go and start a whole new life, right? They're happy just having girlfriends or their besties and doing their thing. And why isn't there a home where they could go like that, and these young girls could be put in where they actually have people to do stuff with them, to show them how to love themselves, to show them how to cook a meal, to say, hey, I can see you're tired today. You know what? You just go rest. I'll make you supper. Because they're still kids. Where is the love for these kids? I have noticed that over the decades, and it blows me away every time this comes to me, more and more I hear of moms leaving their young children, resenting their children. Your children are meant to grow independent, and they're meant to have their own lives and their own adventures. But that doesn't mean that you stop loving them. That divine feminine energy, that power that so many of us deny that we have, is the part of us that's missing that can help us with these parenting struggles, with these personal struggles that we hop between. Am I being a good mom? Am I being a bad mom? Do I have mom shame? Like, mom guilt, mom shame is freaking massive. You yell at your kids, someone looks at you funny. You tell your kids no, you take away their thing, they cry, they scream, people look at you funny. You smack your kid's hand because they almost stick it in the fire, and you just get mad at, it's like an immediate reaction, like, don't do that, ow, right? And you don't mean to, but people look at you funny. And I'm sorry, but sometimes a smack on the hand is way better than melting fingers.